This is Dabu 7, February 25th, 2014. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can. Watch the signs. That's the name of the video here. You guys see what's happening in front of you. They're setting up a huge war to take place here over the Ukraine, and what they've done strategically is gone in and split it like they have Egypt and like they've done Venezuela and every other country. They pull the people to the left for jobs in Europe. They pull the people to the right in Russia with tradition, and they send in the foot soldiers, the recruited people from the area, the CIA mercenaries, to mix with the protesters and fire the first shots. That's when it becomes bloody, and once it becomes bloody, then it's over. They tear the country in two, and in the end, who wins? The Illuminati. They come in, they set up the central bank system, their fiat beast system, and it's over. They rape them and the people wave their flags and think they won because they have jobs. Either way it goes, they're done for because the leaders of both the EU and Russia are in bed together. And I don't know how many times I've got to say this until you wrap your head around that the Illuminati are together. They've been in this for thousands of years. You have to think smart. Obama gives a damn about me and you. Putin gives a damn about me and you and his people. And these world leaders are only in position because they have sold their people out. And they're willing to kill all of us in the end. All of us. And they will all survive because they are based on a different religious system, a different structure. We are all the goyim to them. Nothing. Slaves on this planet. And once you realize that, you can see their tactic of dividing the country, dividing the people, creating chaos, and that's how they win. Now do you see? This is truly a sign to me. I don't care what anybody else says. To me, it's a sign. When I go looking for them signs in the heavens, in the moon and the stars, there's nothing like it, and there never will be for my kids, and so forth for hundreds of years. This is unique to me. And to me, this indeed is a sign in the heavens that this is a time that is unique, to say the least. Now, with that said, I also want to turn your attention to the sun. Because as they bring us toward World War III here, the only way that we're going to get around it is unification and knowledge. And the sharing of that knowledge, peace, not being at war with one another. We have to come to peaceful terms, and we have to stop letting these puppet masters control our emotions and our thoughts and pitting us against each other. This is the answer. Meeting in the middle and hugging. And loving one another as brother. It's the only way it's going to work. Now, with an interesting aspect here. Speaking of the blood moons, in the Tetrad, NASA's site had dropped off for quite a while. Many people noticed this. Well, now it's mysteriously back, the 2014 version, and, well, it's back. I just wanted to update it and let you guys know, nonetheless, after, I guess, a bunch of complaining from people, they brought it back up. Now, interesting charts and a whole lot of information here that I think that you should check out pertaining to the sun and its activity and its correlation to man's activity on Earth emotionally. And what they've done here, and you guys got to subscribe to these guys. This is the Collective Evolution. Check them out. I haven't watched the whole video. I was pointed out to come midway and look at some graphs, some charts on this, so I did. And I watched a little bit, and it's amazing. And they touch on the 11-year cycle we're in. And they have done their work and have broke this down and found that throughout history, with the sun cycles and throughout all the wars, that in the third phase, 60% of all these major events on Earth happen. And that's happening right now. Now, what's interesting also is this most recent X-flare, even though not Earth-directed, this X-flare is a burst of X-ray energy, and that goes everywhere, every direction off that sun. And we will be getting touched by that. That's not the same as the plasma and the CME that is ejected from it, the filament. That is different. But what is interesting about this, like I said in one of the previous videos, is this sunspot is unlike any other sunspot that we've seen. Most die in a couple weeks. This one has survived for months. and it started as 1944. It was renamed AR 1967. Now, finally, as it comes around this corner again for a third time, it's been labeled 1990. Now, when looking at this research, it is very interesting, those numbers. 1944 is the peak of World War II, all the massive fighting in the Pacific. Okay, 1967 is the Six-Day War. This is when Jerusalem went back to Israel. In 1990s, the Gulf War, and y'all remember that, seeing it on your TVs. All the lights and all the missiles shooting through the sky, the night sky on your TV, the Gulf War. I'll never forget that. We are in a time right now that they are showing us with science and facts that the sun not only affects the planet and the weather and the tectonic plates and the volcanoes and these huge lava pits that they're keeping secret that are underground that could burst and be huge volcanic eruptions from under the ocean to black out the sun and so forth. This is real. The secrets they keep from you. Okay? All of this stuff could be set off. The kill shot, the EMP, all by what? The sun. So it's very real. And many people don't realize there's a direct connection, a direct beam from the sun to earth of energy that is drawn on. That is real. Okay? All of this is real, and it is all about energy. We are all energy. Don't you ever forget that, and we are all connected as one. Now, what concerns me is this X-flare and this sunspot returning back around to face us. And what is odd is these numbers are exactly 23 apart. 23 chromosomes. They're exactly 23 apart to 44 to 67 to 90. So it's like the numbers are all there, and when you watch this and you see that the sun's activity peaking with war and aggression on this planet and stuff on this planet, huge events, it's crazy. So I wanted to point that out and put it out there. I'd be looking for an uptick in the sun's activity. Right now we're seeing it in X-flares as big as it gets, and this is the biggest we've seen in a long time. And this barrel of this gun is turning our way, man. So it's an interesting time. Okay? I just wanted to point out those facts, throw out those numbers, cover all those bases. And also, well, I guess this isn't going to be a short video, guys. And if you want this information, I guess you'll hang tight and you'll listen. The Pentagon, interestingly enough, is wanting to shrink our army to pre-World War II levels. Then let me tell you something. If that doesn't make your eyebrows raise right now, I don't know what else to tell you. You better wake up quick. They are the war machine of this planet. They have invaded every other country, and what this tells me is they are breaking our military down. And they are ready to come for us. If they break this army down to this size, folks, we stand no chance. And they even say it. Hagel came out and said there's no threat of an invasion. It's never going to happen. We don't need all these troops in these other countries. We need to focus on cyber war. This is what this man stated. Do you see what they are doing here to us? We cannot let this happen, man. Boys, if I got any, I know I got you military boys out there can hear me, man. You better rally the troops, man. I hear y'all saying you got my 6. Get your family and your boys ready. I'm serious. I'm serious. I can feel it coursing through my veins. We are at a time, man, that I cannot stress enough. They're about to start hitting us with distraction after distraction. But, man, when you see them start to take down our military, you boys, it's time to act quick. And now, let me set the stage here for those of you that watch me and are just waiting for the punchline of this video. This is the 1-2. And this right here brings it full circle for all of you. What we have had take place here is Israel and the United States have been busted supporting who? Their arch nemesis and enemy, both Iran and in turn Syria. And if you don't believe it, as crazy as it sounds, you just come over here and read this. It's 100% real. And you're going to see now how this whole thing is fabricated. And I promise you, if you use this one tool, remember that every single one of these world leaders are in a club together. And they care not about the people in their countries. And that includes me and you. If you can keep that in mind, then nothing I'm about to tell you is going to be shocking. They have been sending arms, and it has been proven, shipments from Israel itself straight into Iran. They are arming them with aerospace stuff for all kinds of missiles, lasers, for their Boeing aircraft, for stealth fighter stuff, everything that you can think of, they are arming them. Why would the same people that's sitting here drawing a bomb, Benjamin Netanyahu, warning the whole world that Iran's been building a bomb for all these years and we've got to stop them, as this huge distraction has been arming them the whole time. Look, parts for F-14 Tomcat, F-4 Phantom Jet, all of these, the West in Israel. So if you're asking yourself, how can that be? That is because Iran and Persia sold out to the Illuminati a long time ago, folks. And they have been propped up as a distraction. And yes, we have to wake all these Muslim people up too. They're being fooled too. We need them and their attention as well. Because if you can take all the anger and aggression that they got and turn it on these guys, guess what, guys? We've got a game. And it's a game that can be won. And it's won with knowledge. And what you can see right here is that Israel and the United States have been arming the same enemy that they've been proclaiming they want to go after. It's not about Assad. It was not about Hussein. It's not about Gaddafi. It's about splitting the people, setting up a central beast bank, and setting up a slave system in which all of us live in. I don't know how else to put it, folks. This is it. It's exposed right here in front of you. This shows you. So this has nothing to do with not loving Israel. For people out there that's so sensitive. You love Israel with all of your heart and your soul. Just like I love the United States. I've said it a million times. But I do not love Obama. And I do not love Netanyahu. They are of the synagogue. And I see it. Know it. It's real. This is that Illuminati. All right, guys? I hope you understand here that everything that's about to take place is a stage and it's a theater. And the only people that is going to be the victim are the people. Knowledge is power. I'll leave links for all this stuff, man. Y'all stay sharp and keep your eyes open. This has been Dabu7. And this is Illuminati.